we asked the question, does Europe work for London and Londoners? This is what we found.
My name is Josephine Hendo, mostly known as Jose Hendo, which is my label, Jose Hendo. It is an eco, sustainable, ethical fashion label. One thing that I have been very much aware of for about 15 years now is our impact on the environment, mostly the fashion industry. And so designing garments now requires an awareness of our impact on the environment, from the people who buy clothes, from us who make, from people who make the fabric for us, people who grow the cotton. It's a whole continuous cycle of being able to understand the processes that go into making one single garment. I have been able to get to grow my business is funding from the European Union, and what that has done is enabled me to do shows that I could not have afforded to do on my own, to be able to do exhibitions, fashion shows that I could never have been able to afford. If I hadn't got the help that I did get, I don't think my business would be where it is now. And so one of the things that I feel while I'm growing my business is that I'm able to engage as many people as possible, young people, bringing young people in as apprenticeships, interns coming into the studio and being able to take from me what they can and going on either to do fashion themselves or to find a path for themselves within industry that will be able to benefit the society. So it's been a natural progression for me to grow my business and be able to apply all those things that are very much what the European Union is really pushing through. Awareness of our environment, where we're now international. We have done New York, we've done Berlin, we've done Africa, we have done, within the UK, so many shows. We're really grateful for that.
The Growth Access Project is designed to support small, medium enterprises as well as micro businesses in London. It is part funded by the European Regional Development Fund, and the target is to see 200 businesses and support them to grow their business and also create jobs, safeguard some jobs, as well as introduce them to new markets and supply chain opportunities. And currently what we do to deliver it is we use specialist business advisors, which we procure, and currently we have about 6 of them who are actually delivering the service for us.
The important thing about this business has been this particular project that's been very, very interesting, I found, is that we've targeted black and minority ethnic business owners, and as much as possible also women, and we've got quite a few, haven't we?
Mm-hmm. Target businesses who normally will not get support or are not aware of the support that is actually out there. So in outreaching, what we had to do was actually go into the community, go into areas where most projects normally would not promote it. So we recruited companies who normally or at the moment seem to be struggling. And so most of our job is to try and redirect them, find new markets for them in order for them to survive. Some of the companies, some of the bigger companies are exporting to Germany, they're showcasing in France, they're also showcasing in Russia. It's not just Europe, I think the wider international markets. A lot of the manufacturers are companies who maybe might not initially, before they came onto the project, were not working to the proper sort of legalized way of working. So it was our job to try and direct them for them to be more compliant. The funding here in the UK is skills-based and it's training-based. This one allows companies to actually have high-level consultants to go in and tailor programs that face exactly what the company's need is. And that ERDF is actually the only project I know of that can do that.
My name is Denize LeDeatte, and what I have in my hand here is a book called African Violet. African Violet is called Hybrid of Circumstances. The reason it's called hybrid is because it's a mixture. It's not about a purity. It's about the different components that make up that particular group of people, much of which is European. It was a personal journey for me. It's been reflected in a much wider narrative in terms of why and how we're actually here. And that does involve all of Europe. So not only am I from the Caribbean, I am from Europe, because that is the historic ancestral tie that binds us and brings us to this specific place and time. So I'm from Caribbean heritage. I'm European. There's not a way to deny that heritage. And I'm also a Londoner, born and bred, which I'm quite proud of. I'm a Londoner. But Europe, I do consider myself a European. I don't consider England to be an isolated entity. I do consider it to be a wider part of European, and it has European heritage. The benefits of working with Europe have always been about the exchange of information, the exchange of skill.